Okay, so let's break down why I'm talking about Leo in the second house with nothing in it. Okay? There are a few key reasons why here. Now, for everyone else, you would have to break this down differently. But the reason is because the ruling planet for Leo is the sun. And I talked to a very, I think, knowledgeable astrologer, and they said interpret it through your sun. Well, my sun is another fire sign, and it didn't work. It did nothing for my life. Meaning, I'm already fiery. It was not the best way for me to really understand. Honing into that energy is pretty easy, and I've been doing it for some time, and it's not as difficult that it as it feels, because you understand when most of your chart has a planet sitting just about in every house. I think for a lot of us it's like that, right? And then if you don't have a planet sitting there, you got some asteroids, you have some things there. But this when it's completely empty, okay. So now interpreting it through my fire sign sun didn't make no sense to me. Leo is already a fire sign. Okay. And it's not that it didn't, I tried. It really didn't do much for me. In fact, we don't need to interpret that the aggressive, impulsive nature of Aries, or the very, and I would say impulsive and move around nature of Sagittarius, explorative nature of Sagittarius, it it didn't fit for me. So looking at it this way, understanding that what I'm doing is I'm going to take the actual qualities of the fifth house, which is what Leo owns, which is where the sun sits. It's now you just like, oh, okay. We're talking about creativity and fun and having the faith of a child, having childlike faith, being playful, understanding that there's just so much sitting there in that house. It makes it so that we understand the magnitude of that particular sign sitting in the second house and how those energetics will work together. Then you back it up with the fact that the second house is originally owned by Taurus. Venus is there. That's even more of an energetic base. Like I said, the energetics of the second house are going to do for you what they're going to do for you. Now you're just going to interpret your sign and its house placement, whatever it is, through that second house. Meaning, you're not going to take it and kind of put like a Venus, beat it with a Venus swizzle stick. That's not what you're doing. You're essentially understanding that Venus's energy is sitting there. It's the second house. That's just, it's the owner of that home. So it's naturally, that energy is naturally there. But now you're bringing in the qualities of, say, the fourth house, which is family, your home, your mom, your nurturing skills, etc., etc. Or the fifth house, Leo, you're bringing in the ability to create, the ability to have fun, the ability to be playful, right? And your drive. And you're going to put behind it a little bit more sensuality, because our sexual creativity is sitting also in that fifth house too. So you have that there. You have that there. It is there for everyone to tap into, who has specifically Leo in the second house with nothing in it. Okay? Now, as I've said, we are dust. And if we're dust, something's floating through there. But maybe it's more so of an echo that rings true for you, and it's so natural for you because you're already doing it. But getting caught up in this world of astrology, which is beautifully awesome and such a good place to that you can go with the deepness of understanding whatever in the heck it is you want to understand, you can also get a little confused because people literally are talking about the planet that's here, this house, and this deacon, and I react this way, I feel this in my soul because of, right? And I'm very much one of those people. So to have been there and then look at this, and it's such an integral part of our lives. Everyone has to make money. Everyone has to make a career, an asset. They have to do something with their own hands to make something. That is why I made that video. It is extremely important to get that you are naturally a creative person. And if you are not, there's most likely a planet sitting there to help you do it. Believe it or not. Okay? If you have nothing there, you got it naturally. You just now need to kind of turn your focus to and go, oh, it's there. Think about it. If you're a person that understands, I don't have wrapping paper this year for Christmas, but I got a whole bunch of daggone paper bags around here. And we're going to get ready and do something with this paper bag. And you decide to draw all kinds of flowers all over it because you've got amazing markers and crayons and stuff, because you collect that sort of thing, because you like to draw every now and then. Well, now you have just made a homemade, probably very beautiful piece of wrapping paper, if you will, and giving it to this person. It's not something they bought at the store, and it's what you had to work with. That's okay. That's okay. Or if you chose to gather up fabric and wrap everything in fabric and put a note inside, that's okay too. My point is that your creativity is on deck almost all the time. And if you don't have this creative bone in your body, like I'm saying, for the most part, there is a planet sitting there that's going to help you really understand. You have to bring attention to that part of yourself all the time. Okay? So just be aware that as star dust, we got something floating through there. And if it's not that big of a deal because we've already got this energy flowing through us, and we all kind of do in some way or another, the way to tap into it is to understand specifically whatever is in that house. If you have nothing in it, what is the sign? Go to where that sign is on the actual astrological chart and see what's up. If it's actually Taurus, oh baby, please, you should be able to do something. Something. See you later.